Hello and welcome to the Circle at Kismet. Today we're doing a reading to find out more about your soulmate, twin flame, true love or future spouse. Using a selection of teacups, we'll find out who is about to stir up emotions, who will sweeten your life, what is brewing in love for you, and we'll find out if your suitor's personality traits are to your taste. We have a selection of 6 cups, each with an accompanying letter from your significant other. If you have not participated in a pick a pile, or in this case cup reading, pause the video, close your eyes, take some deep breaths, and when you reopen your eyes, see which option your heart is drawn to. Let's take a closer look at the options. Option number 1, the lime cup. Option number 2, the orange cup. Option number 3, the green cup. Option number 4, the pink cup. Option number 5, the blue cup. Option number 6, the red cup. This reading is timeless, so trust you have found it at the right time for you. It won't be for everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. I just wanted to thank those who have watched and enjoyed the readings so far, and those who have helped the channel, be it by liking, sharing, subscribing, or by donating to my PayPal or buy me a coffee. This all helps the channel grow to its optimum reach and to connect to its destined audience. Anyway, without further ado, pick up your cup, pour yourself a tea, and we'll begin the reading. Timestamps are below in the description box, and I'll see you at your cup. If you pick the lime cup, here's your reading. If you picked the lime cup, here are your cards, but we're going to start off with your letter from your future love, twin flame, soulmate, or potential future spouse, which is here. And we'll just open it up and read what they have to say. To the one who holds my heart, as the night sky is filled with loud bangs, sparkling explosions of light, and a scattering of bright colours, the cold air bites. The fireworks look truly spectacular. I take a sip of my tea, and it warms the chill as I stare above. What I would give to have you here with me now, to enjoy this celebration together. I can imagine your face lit up by the reflection of the colours as they burst into patterns high above us. The crowds who share our view pale into insignificance, and all I can see is you, your eyes glistening in the subdued light, the twinkles of glitter reflecting the action in the sky. A final ground-shaking boom, and it is all over. The noise of the fireworks cease, and you are gone, but this magical moment will stay with me until we can resume our connection. And it's signed now, always, and forever, with some kisses. I think that's a lovely way to start the reading. Now we're going to move on to the cards. First of all, we've got a card that generally represents the other person, but obviously these can be switched depending on personality. But the card is the Sacred Abyss, and it's card of learning, number 22. The Sacred Abyss is a figure many look up to. They have worked their way up from the bottom and fought against the odds to be where they are today. It's taken a lot for them to evolve and to adapt, but they have, and in some cases they have been forced to do this several times because of circumstances or obstacles that have been placed in their way. They love to expand their knowledge, meeting new people, travelling, learning stories of those who have lived different lives to them. This helps their empathy and keeps their interest in human nature and interaction alive. Some are found as students, teachers, guides, or in industries that help and inform others. On a negative note, some may view such an inquisitive mind as hard work, or feel they spend so much time looking at others that their own personalities falter and they are slower to come to the fore. The door in the card denotes not only a bright future for this individual, but also that segments of their personality are locked away from most that they meet. This individual may have grief to process, or equally may have had to suppress parts of themselves that lack the confidence to reveal to those who know them well. The next card obviously represents the other party, generally you, but it obviously can be the other way around. And it is the Huntress. It's the card of quest. The person represented by the Huntress is a go-getter. She sets her eye on the prize and goes head-on into what she needs to do to gain it. Full of drive and motivation, she can be guilty of being so blinkered that she fails to see opportunities on this journey. Not wanting to take her eye off the target and equally knowing hard work towards one goal can be disrupted by splitting her resources in other directions. Her red hair in the card denotes her individuality as well as her feisty persona. Her dress sense and jewellery denote that she is sensible and understated rather than brash and showy. The turquoise in the card is confirmation of her knowledge and wisdom. Although this has been earnt, and by no means wasn't easy, she proudly shows off her battle scars that make her the person she is today. Slow to trust, the Huntress works alone and in many senses doesn't like being in groups where she may feel restrained or drawn into pursuits that are not really her. The next two cards are the energy when you'll meet, and you have Enable Your Soul, which is number 10, and Temper Your Criticism, which is number 33. When you meet, the energy around you is very strong, and it could well be an instant attraction, but it also could be the complete opposite. Whilst it could be the beginnings of a wonderful relationship, you may not necessarily see this from the first instance. Maybe something that is said could highlight potential issues, or maybe you or they read into things too deeply very quickly, but that first connection may not be the decider for the rest of the relationship. Be aware of how you view yourself and others. Do not put things that don't need to be analysed under a microscope. And most importantly, allow things to unfold naturally and let time show you what you both have to offer. The next batch of cards are involved in the meeting. So we have Staff, you will be taken care of in difficult times. We have Box, you will receive a gift. Scales, keep your life in balance. And finally, Ladder, climbing towards success. You will each see the individual successes and accomplishments that you have attained. These may look very different when compared to one another, but each has its merits and should be celebrated for their own worth. Equally, you both have quite busy lives, so whilst balanced in yourselves, things may need to give way or be prioritised to give the relationship the best chance to grow and blossom. You have both known dark times and have the ability to help each other through challenges that you may face. It could be that one or other of you will come to the aid of the other in one of your first interactions. There also could be a gift or act of generosity in the early days of the relationship, which is not only appreciated but shows the depth of emotion that you already share. Next, I tried to get some guidance or some indications as to where you may potentially meet. So I had some pinpoints that came to me near an ornate gate or bench, at an event that has been planned and marked on the calendar for a long time, places in situations that require logic, puzzles or lateral thinking, somewhere where brightly coloured fabric is displayed, sold or used, somewhere with beautiful scenery, a beach, a cliff, a woodland, at a concert or visiting a famous person performing, some connection to social media, press or news, when experiencing something new or when feeling completely out of your depth, around animals who make you laugh. For one of you, it will involve a bunch of keys or being locked out. For another, it will be at a crossroads or next to a signpost when you need to ask for directions. The next couple of cards, I was trying to get some kind of idea of time scale or period of the year that is more prominent for you. This isn't necessarily when you're going to meet this person. It might be when the relationship actually comes to flourish, or it could be when you have your first interaction with a person. But these months are important to both of you. And we've got October and December. The next group of cards are potential obstacles in the relationship. And we have number 5, dreams. Number 6, the call. And number 25, downfall. There's an essence of what you see as your ideal partner and perfect relationship, but are these realistic though? Be careful not to let what you wish for cloud what is actually in front of you, and to weigh up if something's not matching the dream scenario, does it actually matter? A past letdown could lead one of you to being more closed off in this relationship, but everyone is different, and the interactions in a relationship change the dynamics of those involved. Remember, love can only grow where it is welcomed with an open heart. The next batch of cards are the way the relationship will progress. And we have the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, Strength, the Queen of Wands, and the Creatix. Neither of you like to be tied down, and you both enjoy your freedom, but certain plans need to be put into place for things to work. There may be a feeling of wondering what now along the road, a need to reassess your goals now you are together, to share concerns or worries as well as to enjoy the finer things in life. The time will come to pause and reflect on how this began and to enjoy the connection as it slowly edges forward. There will be a need to embrace change along the way, the butterfly emerging from the cocoon, and a need to remain flexible and find strength together to accommodate this change. The ability to be your true selves will come only when you have full trust, and the facade you wear to the outside world will slowly wane. This will become apparent as your union grows. This is a relationship with a magical potential, and together you can accomplish almost anything you set your minds and hearts to. The next cards are what you'll learn from this relationship, and you have completion, connecting, and boundaries. This relationship not only shows you both a deeper connection, but also proves that in some cases, those who you feel you will never make a connection with, you actually will. It could be that opposites attract. Those from different backgrounds find common ground, or those with age gaps or from different cultures make an amazing union. It can also be a sign that someone you once never imagined loving could actually be a potential partner. The relationship also shows you about setting boundaries, as well as breaking outdated and society-fueled restraints shifting to a more positive position you are comfortable with. A sense of completion is the overall feeling in the relationship, knowing how far you have both come, how much you have learnt from one another, and how happy and contented you can make one another. The last two cards are crystals and gemstones that may well help draw this person to you. You may want to carry them with you, you may want to have them on the side at home, you may want to leave them next to your bed, but these are particularly ones that are good for you and this particular connection. So we have Tiger Eye and Pyrite. Pyrite is often used for strength, willpower, prosperity and confidence. It is also a goal-setting crystal for success, connecting to the solar plexus chakra, which helps with decision-making and inner wisdom. Tiger's Eye again is great for growing confidence and self-esteem. As it connects to the root and sacral chakras, it offers grounding, honesty and good foundations. It's also great for removing negativity, be it thoughts or energy. It is also broadly used for luck in situations where you feel lost or you're in need of help. Now you've selected your cup, the next thing to do will be to pick a tea bag tag and also a biscuit to go with your copper. But first of all, let's go to the letters and see what we can find there. I also wanted to get some indication of initials or even names, so I have this couple of letters, which I'm going to give a little stir to, and then just pick out a little group of them, and we'll see what initials we can come up with. We've got an F, an R, an A, got an N, so that's Fran, got a H, an S, so that could be hands, got a J, a C, a B, two N's, an I, and a U, and an E. So I'm just going to give you a closer look at those letters. Hopefully they'll fit into place with initials or maybe a name, or at least for some of you it will be someone that you're potentially about to meet. And now it's time to pick a tea bag tag, and these relate to traits that they like or admire in you. So the top row are numbers 1 through to 4, and then we have 5, 6, 7 and 8, and finally at the front 9, 10, 11 and 12. Again, timestamps are down below in the description box. If you picked tag number 1, the traits are your willingness to help others when all seems lost. If you picked tag number 2, your message is they like the way you pick yourself up or reinvent yourself to strive for your goals. Tag number 3, and the message is they like the way you offer guidance and advice or help to others, even those who have wronged you. Tag number 4 says that they admire your resilience against setbacks and how you come back stronger from experiences that helped you grow. Tag number 5 reads that they admire your love, strength and charitable heart. It helps encourage those who feel they are lacking. Number 6, your patient, calm persona and the ability to diffuse situations or smooth over troubled water. Tag number 7 reads your kindness and willingness to share however little you have with those less fortunate. Tag number 8, your unwavering determination when you are focused on a particular cause. Tag number 9, the way you light up a room and the energy you bring to any occasion. Tag number 10, your wisdom and experience and how you express this to aid others evolve. Tag number 11, your family and friendship connections, how you cherish those closest to you. And finally, tag number 12, your ability to lift others when you're at your lowest ebb yourself. And last but not least, you can pick a biscuit to go with your cup and your tea tag. Running from the back left to right, we have the Jammy Dodger at number 1, the fruit shortcake at number 2, custard cream at number 3, malted milk at number 4. And then on this row we have like a bourbon style biscuit at number 5, coconut ring at number 6, a brownie cream at number 7, and finally a milk chocolate digestive at number 8. As with everything else, the timestamps are down below in the description box. If you pick the Jammy Dodger, your message is they can whisk things up in the kitchen or on the dance floor and excel at something you lack confidence in. If you pick the fruit shortcake, your message is that they like to fix things, and not just physical objects, but to help when people themselves are in need. If you pick the custard cream, they are very methodical and organised, with a head for logic, lateral thinking and puzzles. If you pick the malted milk, they have a childhood talent they have let slip, and they would benefit and enjoy taking it up again. If you picked the bourbon, they love the idea of old-fashioned romance and love and demonstrating that to their partners. If you pick the coconut ring, they're resourceful and can adapt to most situations or challenges, coming out looking seamlessly superior and professional. If you pick the brownie cream, they would make a brilliant teacher, patient, kind, and give clear instructions. It may not be their profession, but it's a gift that they have. If you pick the milk chocolate digestive, they have a strong family bond. They may be similar to their ancestors or enjoy genealogy and creating a family tree. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, give us a like, drop us a comment, consider sharing or subscribe if you haven't already. There's lots of ways to help the channel down in the description box below. In the meantime, I think I've got some washing up to do. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. If you pick the orange cup, here's your reading. If you pick the orange cup, here are your cards. But we're going to start off first with your letter to see what your soulmate, true love, twin flame or future spouse has to say to you. So this is your envelope. Just open it up and read what's inside. Dearest you, as I stir my tea today, I think of you and wonder how our mornings will begin. I watch the lonely sunrise into the peaceful blue sky and see how it illuminates the horizon and brightens the day. This is how I imagine your arrival into my life, taking everything from mundane darkness into beautiful vivid colour. The flowers which close at the end of the day burst open with a new injection of light, and the warmth that radiates from its appearance is both comforting and supportive. Whilst today I drink alone, I hope that one day soon we will meet and share what life has to offer. Yours forever. And a couple of kisses. I always think that's a lovely way to begin the reading, and then we can move on to the cards. Now the first two cards represent the two personalities in the relationship. I normally say the first is theirs, but obviously it's vice versa, and you need to obviously work out which works for you. But the first card out is number 32, and it's the rhinoceros. The rhinoceros is often a large animal, seen as cumbersome and clumsy. This is the external persona, but often reflects how these individuals feel when they are out of their depth. In some circles they feel inadequate, like they stand out from the crowd or draw attention to themselves when they would much rather blend in. In other realms, they are just seen as the dependable, stalwart beings who you could set your clock by and who have little or no spontaneity. These views are stereotypes, and the truth is very different from these assumptions. There are very few species of rhinoceros in the world now, and they are becoming rarer. The person represented by the rhino card is often very sensitive, highly attuned, and is without doubt one of the nicest people you will ever have the pleasure to meet. Their attention to detail is second to none, their care and dedication to others is unparalleled, and they always put others before themselves. They just need those to view them with their hearts and souls, rather than the preconceived ideas and assumptions. These mislead so many who vibrate on a different rhythm to them, away from the clear truth. And the next card that represents the other personality in the relationship is the mirror, reflect. The people represented by this card are often those who are the quickest to question themselves. They can be tough on themselves when it is not necessary, and sometimes admit blame for things that are not technically their fault. Prone to analysing behaviour or dissecting situations, the foundation of many of which fall at their feet, when in actual fact, if they were less analytical, they would see the deductions are not always correct. They can be guilty of hiding themselves away or creating a brash alter ego, which can offer a buffer from facing the world as themselves, naked and uncensored. They feel safer behind a creative persona or out of the limelight. They are prone to indecision and sometimes lose out on opportunities because they often fail to decide one way or the other. A need to look at oneself in the mirror and drop the criticism. Look for the array of positive attributes. This is what's needed. They have great foresight. Their gut reaction and dreams often pave innovative ideas. Their love of beauty has the ability to grow and be built upon in many different guises. As and when confidence begins to grow, this personality type will soar from strength to strength with no bounds except the direct path to success. The next two cards are the energy that will be around when you meet. And we have Experience Rebirth, which is number 12. And we have Release Fear, which is number 25. At the time of your meeting, I feel one or both of you will be in a state of release, a phase where you are grateful for the lessons and experiences of the past, but a time to let go of what no longer serves you. This may include emotions that have been buried and which need to be processed, making room for new things to enter your life and enough space to appreciate them fully. Once you have begun to open the door to things that have been suppressed and to allow outdated situations to leave you, you can begin to view things in a new and refreshing manner. No longer are the views left by the issues of the past tainting your future. The experiences that made you who you are today can be acknowledged and built upon, and a new chapter can finally begin. The next batch of cards relate to your actual meeting, and we have the Wheel, Indecisiveness, allowing your life to flow instead of taking charge. We have Hand, in need of help, assistance, guidance. We've got Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. And lastly, we have the Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. There appears to be a feeling of being down. Maybe after a positive phase, you are looking for a new goal and do not know where to start. This depressive cloud will lift after a short spell. There may be a certain amount of indecisiveness around this meeting. Maybe you cannot decide if you want to go or not, or maybe there is another potential suitor for either of you in the picture. For some reason, the situation needs delicate handling. If no one else is involved, it may be that your relationship may be frowned upon by family, friends or work colleagues. There's an imminent reward that comes on when this connection comes into your lives. And this fruition can be the first steps towards things falling into place and your future dreams looking more attainable than ever. Next, I just wanted to try and get some kind of connection or ideas as to where you may meet, and I came up with a list of potential places. These include a strong connection to family tradition or the elders, ancestors, anybody in the inner circle of your family or that goes back with those close connections. Near a beautiful stretch of water with possibly swans or other birds. Where costumes are worn or people dress up with makeup, and that includes things like masked balls and parties. An impressive building like a courthouse, a skyscraper, a historical palace or a museum. Where folk tales are kept or recited. Near where contact sports are played or celebrated. Where challenges are made or accepted. For one of you, your meeting will be near an ice sculpture, and for another, you will meet in a very regal place. And finally, for one of you, there will be a very special surprise at Christmas time, so that's around the 25th of December, as that's also indicated in the card numbers in the earlier section. And the next cards relate to a time that's going to be important in your relationship. It may be the time you're going to meet, it may be the time that you actually start to come together, it might be the time that you actually make that close connection and move into a proper relationship. But you have the months of September and November. The next couple of cards we have are any obstacles in the relationship, and we have number 34, interlude. Number 33, the fellowship. The fellowship card usually denotes those around you, the ones you feel are in your inner circle. The swift growing relationship may be stifled by friends' opinions, guidance by peers, or family encouraging you to proceed with your plans and discounting your new relationship as it is not yet established enough to hold its own merit. A time to pause and decide what you wish to do is required. Things change quickly in life, and this means having the adaptability and necessary decision making to reassess what you hold dear to press on with and what ultimately can wait. The next batch of cards are how the relationship will progress, and you have the Seven of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the King of Cups. For some reason, there's a lot of hesitation around this relationship. This may be physical distance or an emotional detachment, but depending on which, this could be a difficult union at the very start. There are things that one party do not wish to tell the other. It could be that plans have been made a long time before you met, yet the partner involved is expected to fulfil them, even though they have moved on. Equally, it could be one of you not fully ready to move into the realms of another relationship, whilst previous lovers still hold favour. For one of you, at least, there will be an awkward situation at a wedding with your new partner and either their or your ex. Remain calm and remember the reason that this union ended. Take anger, hurt or resentment home, and remember the gift of the relationship you have now and how much you cherish it. The next three cards are what you'll learn from this relationship, and you have timing, perspective, and intentions. You will learn a lot from this relationship. Some things that are conceived in a positive light alter and adjust with what we are subjected to. Perspective changes depending on our viewpoint and past experiences. Equally, our intentions are swayed by our position, by how others treat us, or things that happen and what we perceive when we set out to make them. Timing works for or against our plans, but doesn't alter in substance. It has to be spent wisely, not wasted, yet equally enjoyed. Then we have a couple of gemstone cards, and I'd say these are potentially gemstones that you can either carry with you, keep them by the side of your bed, keep them at work or keep them at home. These are things that may help draw in your potential suitor. So we have amethyst and we have amazonite. Amethyst is a wonderful all-round stone, from dispelling negativity, fear and anxiety. It also helps mood swings and spiritual awareness. It is said to aid sleep and relaxation, and has been known to show you future love in your dreams if kept by the bedside or under the pillow. Amazonite is said to have a massive soothing effect to the nervous system and has general healing and calming influences. It promotes growth of character and vibrates to the heart and throat chakra, promoting the ultimate truth to be conveyed or spoken. Now you've selected your cup, the next thing to do will be to pick a tea bag tag and also a biscuit to go with your copper. But first of all, let's go to the letters and see what we can find there. I also wanted to get some indication of initials or even names, so I have this cup full of letters. I'm going to give it a little shuffle and then pull out a little handful. Let's see if we can find some details for you. We've got a B, a D, an R, an A, an E. We've got bear there, one way around, beard. Maybe these are indications as to what they're going to look like. We've got talk, Z, an E, a J and a W. Let's give you a closer look of the letters generally there. And hopefully some of those will be initials of people that you know, or even names. I'm sure there's probably quite a lot of names that can be made from that. Or potentially initials of people that are coming forward in the near future. And now it's time to pick a tea bag tag, and these relate to traits that they like or admire in you. So the top row are numbers 1 through to 4, and then we have 5, 6, 7 and 8, and finally at the front 9, 10, 11 and 12. Again, timestamps are down below in the description box. If you picked tag number 1, the traits are your willingness to help others when all seems lost. If you picked tag number 2, your message is they like the way you pick yourself up or reinvent yourself to strive for your goals. Tag number 3, and the message is they like the way you offer guidance and advice or help to others, even those who have wronged you. Tag number 4 says that they admire your resilience against setbacks and how you come back stronger from experiences that helped you grow. Tag number 5 reads that they admire your love, strength and charitable heart. It helps encourage those who feel they are lacking. Number 6, your patient, calm persona and the ability to diffuse situations or smooth over troubled water. Tag number 7, reads, your kindness and willingness to share however little you have with those less fortunate. Tag number 8, your unwavering determination when you are focused on a particular cause. Tag number 9, the way you light up a room and the energy you bring to any occasion. Tag number 10, your wisdom and experience and how you express this to aid others evolve. Tag number 11, your family and friendship connections, how you cherish those closest to you. And finally, tag number 12, your ability to lift others when you're at your lowest ebb yourself. And last but not least, you can pick a biscuit to go with your cup and your tea tag. Running from the back left to right, we have the Jammy Dodger at number 1, the fruit shortcake at number 2, custard cream at number 3, malted milk at number 4. And then on this row we have like a bourbon style biscuit at number 5, coconut ring at number 6, a brownie cream at number 7, and finally a milk chocolate digestive at number 8. As with everything else, the timestamps are down below in the description box. If you pick the Jammy Dodger, your message is they can whisk things up in the kitchen or on the dance floor and excel at something you lack confidence in. If you pick the fruit shortcake, your message is that they like to fix things, and not just physical objects, but to help when people themselves are in need. If you pick the custard cream, they are very methodical and organised, with a head for logic, lateral thinking and puzzles. If you pick the malted milk, they have a childhood talent they have let slip, and they would benefit and enjoy taking it up again. If you picked the bourbon, they love the idea of old-fashioned romance and love and demonstrating that to their partners. If you pick the coconut ring, they're resourceful and can adapt to most situations or challenges, coming out looking seamlessly superior and professional. If you pick the brownie cream, they would make a brilliant teacher, patient, kind, and give clear instructions. It may not be their profession, but it's a gift that they have. If you pick the milk chocolate digestive, they have a strong family bond. They may be similar to their ancestors or enjoy genealogy and creating a family tree. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, give us a like, drop us a comment, consider sharing or subscribe if you haven't already. There's lots of ways to help the channel down in the description box below. In the meantime, I think I've got some washing up to do. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. If you pick the pink cup, here's your reading. If you picked option number 4, here are your cards. But we're going to start off with the letter from your twin flame, soulmate, future spouse or significant other. Let's just open it up and see what it says. It reads, to my heart's desire, I sit and survey the beautiful gardens that surround the historic building, the lush greenery, neatly cropped grass, hedges trimmed to box shapes, topiary bushes depicting cleverly created animals. The flowers are equally tended and groomed to look at their best. I pour myself a cup of tea from the pot, and as I stir it and watch the fluid swirl, I am mesmerised, glancing up to see an image of you surveying the blooms, smelling the roses, and looking simply radiant in the beautiful scene. You look so happy, with a skip in your step and a joyful smile. The vision fades. Looking out at a view, I am reminded that much of the gardens here come from seed, and with tender cultivation, I wonder when we will have the opportunity to establish us, and how we will grow and blossom over time. Until then, I hold the vision of you in my idyllic garden of my heart until we come together. My love always, and 3 kisses. I always think the letters are a nice way to start the readings. The first 2 cards we have are reflective of the personalities of the people involved in the relationship. This generally is them, but obviously it can be vice versa, so relate it as it needs to be. The first card out is the card of the dog, which is companionship. The person represented by a dog is loyal companion. They will be by your side through thick and thin, and will do all they can to help and protect you. The card of the dog is a symbol of someone hard-working who mixes pleasure with hard graft and knows how to get the best from what they have been given. They are normally well liked and have a wide group of friends collected from various different phases of their lives. They make great detectives sniffing out the truth when others may be blinded by lies or red herrings. They have a love of sport or things they can participate in or cheer on, and that gives them a zest for life. Those represented by this card do not like to be held down. They may become depressed or lose impetus if things don't go their way, or if anything zaps their energy, like ill health or injury. They can also be a little bit predictable and detest surprises and spontaneity. But generally, these are great spirits to be around and love the addition of a partner in their lives to share their life with. The second personality card is the Diamond Star, Destiny. Those represented by the Diamond Star are one of only a few who truly align to the spiritual essence of the universe. People come to you when they need help or advice, as they know you will empathise and aid their plight. Equally, you try whenever possible to help those who have been through similar journeys to you. Your calm nature and approachable persona means you are well liked and can be called a friend by many. On the other hand, in rare cases when you feel lost or upset, you feel you don't have so many options of people to turn to. They see you as self-sufficient, so if you are in need, you are often left to your own devices, which leaves you feeling isolated and that your helping of others is a one-way street. Your true purpose in life is to be loved in the same measure as you are able to love. But having such a big heart and with an immense depth of emotion, you question, can this ever be matched? The next 2 cards are the energy when you meet, and you have Listen to Your Guardian Angel, number 19, and Awaken Your Vulnerability, number 3. As one who is always ready to come to the aid of others, you may be called to reach out for help yourself. This may not be directly for you, but may be for a wider cause, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable puts you in a position where others feel able to help, and where they will not upset your efforts or ego. The universe and its messengers and signs will highlight when the time is right for this union to begin to unfold, and they will be your guide on your journey together. The next couple of cards are to actually do with the meeting, and you have Vase, Secret Admirer. You have the Unicorn, Use Your Intuition to make beneficial changes. The Lily, Spiritual Love. And the Parrot, Someone will gossip all your secrets. This is definitely a meeting of spiritual equals. You may have met before, heard of each other previously, or been known by a mutual friend who has brought you together. Someone may have admired you from afar, or you may have seen them, liking them, before you actually meet. Don't be surprised if someone tries to put you off this potential suitor, or if untrue gossip begins to swirl around when you connect. Some have a need to be part of things that they are not connected to, even if it is just to stir trouble. This could be one of your exes, or theirs, a member of the family, or even someone that you would technically call a friend. Whoever they are not to be trusted, as they don't have yours or this potential partner's interests at heart. Next, I wanted to get an idea of places that you might meet and just get some guidance as to things that may be important to you. So amongst the list, we've got at a wedding, where your eyes meet across a candlelit room, where accomplishments are celebrated, or where music is played or taught, somewhere near a large mirror or a reflective surface like a lake, on a special date to you or your family, so some kind of anniversary, maybe a birthday, somewhere that you regularly visited or lived when you were a child, somewhere where royalty or jewellery is displayed. For some of you, it will be in a social media group with some form of shared interest, in front of a breathtaking view. For one of you, a dark-coloured bird will announce your lover's arrival. For somebody else, you will be under an unusual or ornate light. And for somebody else, it will be when a television or film camera begins to roll. The next couple of cards are just a bit of guidance on the months that are important with regard to your meeting. It may not necessarily be the month you meet. It may be when your relationship starts to gain momentum or take shape. But you have the months of July, October and January. Also feel like there's some kind of connection to phases of Mercury retrograde and positive times to meet, especially in not only in the named months but also in these periods of retrograde, where everybody's obviously worried about things, feeling like they're going backwards. For you, it's actually a time of positive movement. The next couple of cards are any obstacles that stand in front of you, and you have number 20, the Warlock, and number 28, the Forest Labyrinth. The twists and turns of life are known to throw obstacles in the way, and working out methods to overcome these and to combat them overshadowing our joy is part of the challenge. There may be a need to have a short period of time where the relationship has to pause because of these issues. Something is not as it seems, and until this is revealed, it is important to keep an open mind and to reserve judgment until you know more about the situation or what it involves. And then the next cards are how the relationship will progress. You have the Three of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Fool, the King of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. There is much reason to celebrate when you meet. This is such a wonderful development for you both. The relationship has potential to move swiftly, with an option of moving in together or living closer to one another and spending a lot of time together. There may be a period where you question the relationship. If this leads to a pause in your union, there is also potential that another suitor will willingly step in and may cause disruption in the overall relationship in the long term. The ability to heal this rift will depend on what caused it and how important the issue is to you. The outcome will be your choice, but ultimately you will only know what is right when you are living it. The next set of cards are what you'll learn from the relationship, and you have barriers, ebb and flow, and blind spots. You may experience that not everything you are privy to, Some things are hidden, and the revelation has the potential to make or break a relationship. You may also glean that those who build barriers or walls do so for a reason, and this can be complex to decipher. Also, relationships have ebb and flow. Like everything, it is give and take, yin and yang. Everything needs balance to attain the perfect equilibrium, and only then can it truly grow. And then I picked out some cards for gemstones that may be good for you to have around you, have next to the bed, carry with you, keep under the pillow, but for this connection, particularly to try and bring this connection into being. And you have citrine and orange calcite. Citrine is connected to positivity and optimism. It's also associated with manifesting abundance and opportunities. It's a powerful stone connected to self-improvement and awakens confidence. Orange calcite is known for its positive aura and enhanced instability. It helps keep emotions aligned, promotes trust, and aids confidence in new situations. It's also said to be a stone that amplifies courage and puts forward the best side of our personalities. Now you've selected your cup, the next thing to do will be to pick a tea bag tag and also a biscuit to go with your copper. But first of all, let's go to the letters and see what we can find there. I also wanted to get some indication of initials or even names. So I have this cup full of letters, which I'm just going to give a little mix up and a stir. And then I'll pick a handful and we'll see what comes out. So we've got a K, A, T, cat with a K, got an N and an S, an O, we've got sun, S-O-N, another O, soon, an A, a W, a J, an N, another W, an A, a V, an O, an F, an L, we've got flow there, and another F. So let's give you a closer look at those letters. I'm sure there's probably more names and initials that can be made out of those, but if nothing stands out straight away, it could be somebody that's coming into your life in the not too distant future. And now it's time to pick a tea bag tag, and these relate to traits that they like or admire in you. So the top row are numbers 1 through to 4, and then we have 5, 6, 7 and 8, and finally at the front 9, 10, 11 and 12. Again, timestamps are down below in the description box. If you picked tag number 1, the traits are your willingness to help others when all seems lost. If you picked tag number 2, your message is they like the way you pick yourself up or reinvent yourself to strive for your goals. Tag number 3, and the message is they like the way you offer guidance and advice or help to others, even those who have wronged you. Tag number 4 says that they admire your resilience against setbacks and how you come back stronger from experiences that helped you grow. Tag number 5 reads that they admire your love, strength and charitable heart. It helps encourage those who feel they are lacking. Number 6, your patient, calm persona and the ability to diffuse situations or smooth over troubled water. Tag number 7 reads your kindness and willingness to share however little you have with those less fortunate. Tag number 8, your unwavering determination when you are focused on a particular cause. Tag number 9, the way you light up a room and the energy you bring to any occasion. Tag number 10, your wisdom and experience and how you express this to aid others evolve. Tag number 11, your family and friendship connections, how you cherish those closest to you. And finally, tag number 12, your ability to lift others when you're at your lowest ebb yourself. And last but not least, you can pick a biscuit to go with your cup and your tea tag. Running from the back left to right, we have the Jammy Dodger at number 1, the fruit shortcake at number 2, custard cream at number 3, malted milk at number 4. And then on this row we have like a bourbon style biscuit at number 5, coconut ring at number 6, a brownie cream at number 7, and finally a milk chocolate digestive at number 8. As with everything else, the timestamps are down below in the description box. If you pick the Jammy Dodger, your message is they can whisk things up in the kitchen or on the dance floor and excel at something you lack confidence in. If you pick the fruit shortcake, your message is that they like to fix things, and not just physical objects, but to help when people themselves are in need. If you pick the custard cream, they are very methodical and organised, with a head for logic, lateral thinking and puzzles. If you pick the malted milk, they have a childhood talent they have let slip, and they would benefit and enjoy taking it up again. If you picked the bourbon, they love the idea of old-fashioned romance and love and demonstrating that to their partners. If you pick the coconut ring, they're resourceful and can adapt to most situations or challenges, coming out looking seamlessly superior and professional. If you pick the brownie cream, they would make a brilliant teacher, patient, kind, and give clear instructions. It may not be their profession, but it's a gift that they have. If you pick the milk chocolate digestive, they have a strong family bond. They may be similar to their ancestors or enjoy genealogy and creating a family tree. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, give us a like, drop us a comment, consider sharing or subscribe if you haven't already. There's lots of ways to help the channel down in the description box below. In the meantime, I think I've got some washing up to do. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. If you pick the green cup, here's your reading. If you picked option number 3, the green cup, here are your cards. But we're going to start off with your letter from your future spouse, soulmate, twin flame, or significant other. So let's open it up and see what they say. It says, to the one and only you. As I walk around the market filled with the artisan creations, I come across a tea merchant. Their hands reflect the lifetime's work and dedication to the craft, passed through generations. Stories of drying and blending fill me with interest as I am invited to sample these delicious concoctions. Like modern-day potions to calm or revive, wafting aromas transport me to a beautiful vision of the future where you are with me. The market momentarily stands still and listens to you talking to the merchant. Your smile is contagious, and those around you look genuinely interested in your words. I sip my tea and thank the universe for sending you to me, for our paths to cross and to enjoy such lovely times. The clatter of the market springs back to life, and you are gone, but I hope this divine peek into the future is a prelude to our wonderful life together and what we have to look forward to. Yours truly, and 3 kisses. I think that's a lovely way to start the reading, with a letter and some feelings from that person that's the one that you're supposed to be connected to. The first card that we're going to go to is one of the personality cards. This is generally their personality, but it can be vice versa. And the card is the butterfly, number 28. Those represented by the butterfly are complex characters. When you think what a butterfly has to go through from caterpillar to cocoon and the emergence of a new being with a completely different look and skills, it gives you a general idea of the type of person this relates to. Someone who is not frightened to spread their wings and show off how far they have come. They have been at the bottom and they have known struggle. They have endured a false sense of patience where they have had to bide their time. Love has not been on the top of their list. These individuals have meticulously planned and designed their lives. They have dodged obstacles, worked hard and dedicated themselves to the cause in the hope that the rewards will be that they can soar above everyone else, admired and doing what they enjoy. Butterflies are drawn to things that please their heart. They are generally good judges of character, although on occasion they can be snared and their trust abused. They wish to share their good fortune and rewards that they reap, but getting them to slow down and notice things not previously on their radar is a skill in itself. The next card is the other person in the relationship, and we have Goddess of Balance, Electra. Electra is the Goddess of Balance. She is one who offers, in return, what she is given. She reciprocates and is fair in all she does. She has invested time in others who have not provided anything in return. She has been hurt by those who promise the earth and deliver nothing. She has now reached a stage where she is confident of her worth and will not settle for less in love than she deserves. Electra is a powerful card, showing there is a force bigger than us, the universe, which takes us through what we need to learn, experience, and what we need to adhere to get what we want. Those represented by this card are often those who look out for or after other people. They have a sensitive heart and empathy for others and feel when things are not right. Their dedication to helping others and teaching the knowledge that they have gleaned is immense. They are reliable, passionate and dedicated souls who feel others can benefit from their experience, which may lead to others not having to fall foul to things that they once did. On a negative note, they will give the benefit of the doubt to anyone deserving, but if you betray that trust, you are not likely to get a second chance. The next two cards relate to the energy when you meet, and you have Become More Objective, which is number 4, and to Embrace Meditation, which is number 9. I feel when you meet, you will both be very much in your own routines and not necessarily looking for love. You can both be slightly blinkered when you're in your flow, so the meeting may actually be missed and not fully appreciated. Possibly mentioned at a later date, and then things may come together. You could both benefit from some time out, as you are both very dedicated in your own life paths. Meditation can help, or other spiritual relaxing procedures, as when life slows down suddenly, the finer details become clearer and things begin to come into focus. The next cards relate to the actual meeting itself, and we have Bread, period of prosperity and plenty. We have Vulture, depression, anxiety and worrying someone is against you. Mountain Road, you are on the road to success. And the Claw, be careful, do not take risks. When you meet, you will feel the universe is being kind to you and delivering your individual destiny. You are beginning to reap the rewards of success. Now is not a time to gamble or take risks. The relationship will unfold in its own time. Your meeting is at a time of abundance and prosperity though, a time of parties and merriment. Your meeting will feel like another piece of the puzzle fitting into place, only this time a very special one. Do not worry about those who feel are against you or appear to dislike you. Jealousy and hidden agendas play a part in this. Also, do not worry over those who squandered their time on negative thoughts. Just be you. So next I just wanted to get some guidance as to indications as to places you may meet or places you may actually make that first interaction. So I've got a few. This person could literally come to your rescue and be your knight in shining armour or fairy godmother. For some of you, this will be a holiday romance that lasts. You may meet when you have a feeling of deja vu, where you've been there before. Some of you will meet near a huge clock. For a few, it will not be working. Possibly on a boat or near a dock. Some of you will meet watching something interesting in the sky. Or it may be in a place where tears are shed, either joy or sadness. Some of you will meet where there is a sword or swords on the wall, and where the fantasy meets reality, like a circus, a magic show, entertainment, cinema, etc. For one of you, you will meet where bubbles are blown. For another, there is a significant eye patch or some kind of eye covering. And for one of you, something will literally jump off a shelf to get your attention, and so your eyes can meet. The next couple of cards give an indication as to the months that things are either where they come together, where you may meet, or where things start to move. So significant months for the two of you. And you have November, December, and January. Also look out for the time around a new moon, because I think that's quite prominent for you as well. The next couple of cards are any obstacles that stand between you, and we have number 59, the hero, and we have number 29, the gatekeeper. One of you may have a past that has caused disruption and pain, and which has remained unspoken about for various reasons. Maybe to speak about it will reopen old wounds. It could bring alive what has been buried and brushed over. It may also involve other people who will come to the fore if this reignites. Some people's secrets are darker and deeper than others, but the longer they remain hidden, the more they fester and the bigger the fallout eventually. The next couple of cards are how the relationship will progress, and we have the Page of Wands, the Sun, the Star, the Five of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. A sense or feeling that things are moving too slowly may be an issue in this union. It could be that one of you is fearful of commitment, or there are other things to complete before the romantic match can be cemented. There may be a child involved in this relationship, or someone who acts young and immature in comparison to the other partner. Whilst the relationship can be fun, frivolous and exciting, in some areas it can leave one or both of you feeling empty at times. You need to be on the same page to attain your hopes, dreams and desires. At times you may feel depleted or even broken, but you are more than capable of riding the storm and picking up the pieces to make things exactly as you want them to be. The next couple of cards are what you'll learn from this relationship. And you have wants and needs, full spectrum, and not knowing. You have the potential to learn a full spectrum of emotions from this connection. There is a certain sense of fun in spontaneity, yet not knowing can lead to worry and concern of its own. It really comes down to how many of the attributes you deem necessary in a relationship that are ticked in this connection, and how many essential traits are missing. Reassess what you want and discover if this is enough for you, or if you can maximise what's missing by helping create and projecting what you want. Then we have some crystals and gemstones which you can either carry with you or have around at home or have next to the bed, which may help draw this partner into your life. And you have rose quartz and turquoise. Rose quartz is known as the stone of love and harmony. It opens the heart to all forms of relationship, that with the self, friendships, and those of a romantic kind. Rose quartz is also said to draw compassion, allowing one to give and receive love, as well as purify the emotions. Turquoise is known for its connection to knowledge, wisdom, luck, peace, and protection. It is also a good stone in the search of love. As well as aligning the chakras, it dispels bad patterns and promotes forgiveness. It is also known as a fantastic stone for communication, expression, and to remove self-sabotage as well as negative thoughts about oneself. Now you've selected your cup, the next thing to do will be to pick a tea bag tag and also a biscuit to go with your copper. But first of all, let's go to the letters and see what we can find there. I also wanted to get some indication of initials or even names. So I have this cup full of letters. I'm going to give it a stir, a little bit of a shake up, and then I'm just going to get a little selection out and we'll see what letters come into the... We've got a H, an E, an R, there's an A there, here. And we've got an R and an O, hero, TAR or TAB, tab. These could be initials, an A, a G, an O, got a Q there, another E, D, R, and an O. It's like a rod or a bro. There's quite a few different names and initials there you could probably take. Just give you a closer look at those. If they're not necessarily something that means something now, initial or name wise, it could well be someone that's just around the corner for you to encounter in the next short while. And now it's time to pick a tea bag tag, and these relate to traits that they like or admire in you. So the top row are numbers 1 through to 4, and then we have 5, 6, 7 and 8, and finally at the front 9, 10, 11 and 12. Again, timestamps are down below in the description box. If you picked tag number 1, the traits are your willingness to help others when all seems lost. If you picked tag number 2, your message is they like the way you pick yourself up or reinvent yourself to strive for your goals. Tag number 3, and the message is they like the way you offer guidance and advice or help to others, even those who have wronged you. Tag number 4 says that they admire your resilience against setbacks and how you come back stronger from experiences that helped you grow. Tag number 5 reads that they admire your love, strength and charitable heart. It helps encourage those who feel they are lacking. Number 6, your patient, calm persona and the ability to diffuse situations or smooth over troubled water. Tag number 7 reads your kindness and willingness to share however little you have with those less fortunate. Tag number 8, your unwavering determination when you are focused on a particular cause. Tag number 9, the way you light up a room and the energy you bring to any occasion. Tag number 10, your wisdom and experience and how you express this to aid others evolve. Tag number 11, your family and friendship connections, how you cherish those closest to you. And finally, tag number 12, your ability to lift others when you're at your lowest ebb yourself. And last but not least, you can pick a biscuit to go with your cup and your tea tag. Running from the back left to right, we have the Jammy Dodger at number 1, the fruit shortcake at number 2, custard cream at number 3, malted milk at number 4. And then on this row we have like a bourbon style biscuit at number 5, coconut ring at number 6, a brownie cream at number 7, and finally a milk chocolate digestive at number 8. As with everything else, the timestamps are down below in the description box. If you pick the Jammy Dodger, your message is they can whisk things up in the kitchen or on the dance floor and excel at something you lack confidence in. If you pick the fruit shortcake, your message is that they like to fix things, and not just physical objects, but to help when people themselves are in need. If you pick the custard cream, they are very methodical and organised, with a head for logic, lateral thinking and puzzles. If you pick the malted milk, they have a childhood talent they have let slip, and they would benefit and enjoy taking it up again. If you picked the bourbon, they love the idea of old-fashioned romance and love and demonstrating that to their partners. If you pick the coconut ring, they're resourceful and can adapt to most situations or challenges, coming out looking seamlessly superior and professional. If you pick the brownie cream, they would make a brilliant teacher, patient, kind, and give clear instructions. It may not be their profession, but it's a gift that they have. If you pick the milk chocolate digestive, they have a strong family bond. They may be similar to their ancestors or enjoy genealogy and creating a family tree. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, give us a like, drop us a comment, consider sharing or subscribe if you haven't already. There's lots of ways to help the channel down in the description box below. In the meantime, I think I've got some washing up to do. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. If you pick the blue cup, here's your reading. If you picked option number 5, the blue cup, here are your cards. But we're going to start off first of all with your letter from your twin flame, soulmate, true love, significant other or future spouse. We'll do that first. And it reads, to the wonderful you, as I sit on the beach with the waves kissing the shore before trickling back out to sea. It's a beautiful day for a picnic and to stop and enjoy the stunning weather and scenery at this glorious time. Instead, it is just me. The blanket beside me is bare and I sit alone with my thoughts. How things would be so different with you by my side. I imagine unpacking fruit, sandwiches and cakes, a sprawling feast, then pouring the tea whilst talking about our lives, plans, hopes and dreams. Then we would pack up our picnic basket and walk hand in hand into the sunset, our silhouettes emblazoned on my mind as the sun lowers in the sky, its reflection casting an orange hue across the rippling water. A squawking bird overhead brings my thoughts back to the now, and once again I feel the pang of loneliness without you by my side. I hope it will not be long before we meet and begin our lives together. Eternally yours. And 3 kisses. Always think it's lovely to start with the letters originally and then move on to the cards. So the first 2 cards we have represent the personalities in the connection. The first card generally is the other person, but it can be vice versa, so obviously read into it as you need to. And the first card out is kindness. It's the fruit bat or the flying fox. Those represented by the fruit bat or flying fox have 2 very distinct sides to their personalities. On one side they are clever, witty, yet equally cunning and calculating. Every inch of their lives is planned with meticulous detail. The other side of their personality is enjoying their freedom and utilising the time that is not dedicated to shaping their futures in ways that are creative and inventive. They work hard and play hard. They have achieved a lot of their dreams already, but have little time for love, relationships or romance. They spend little time worrying about things they cannot change, but they do have a deep desire to complete their life with someone walking into their busy schedule and showing them what their lives lack and what they are able to fill the void with that they were unaware was there. On a negative note, they have very little free time, and when their plans change, they don't like the disruption. They can be prone to mood swings or sulking in phases like this. The next card represents the other partner, generally you, but obviously again can be vice versa, and it's the Jade Star. Those represented by the Jade Star are often those who are ready to grow, to learn and evolve, but equally many do not know which direction to go into. The card shows a protective dragon on the back of a maiden and wrapped around an ornate jade stone. The dragon is a protective influence, encompassing love and compassion, keeping her and what she holds dear safe. Green is the colour of rebirth and movement. You may have been drawn to a new challenge recently or faced an extreme change in circumstances, which has left you having to face some uncomfortable changes. But these will or have made you stronger, and you are about to be rewarded for your adaptability with something that will monumentally alter your life path and will allow you to realise how to achieve and attain your ultimate goals. The next cards are the energy when you meet, and you have number 16, it's a no, and number 11, examine your integrity. When you come together, it may be after a feeling of rejection. The It's a No card is a way of the universe guiding you back to the path that you should be on. It may not be a firm no, more so a not right now. There are other options ahead that will be so much better, and that you have not experienced enough to get the most from this, so you need to continue learning until such a time when things morph closer to your goal. Some things may not be for you, but at this present time you are being called in other directions. Question what you honestly think. It may be that your thoughts do not align with what is being projected to others. The next couple of cards are about the meeting, and we have Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way, a change is coming. We have Haystack, Karma, you will reap what you have sown. We've got the Bridge, overcoming a problem successfully. And we have the Fan, romance, celebration and a party. You have faced a lot over recent years. Things may have seemed like an uphill struggle on occasion. Rewards short-lived or hard graft to attain, but this meeting will change everything. The connection begins a domino run of positivity and in turn a wealth of things clicking into place. There is much to celebrate and enjoy now you have accomplished so much, and this new phase has begun. An array of new friends, opportunities and inherent talents are soon to be revealed. Now, I asked for some guidance on places that you may meet or places that would be important to you, and I've got a list. So, where roses bloom in a carpet of colour, where capes or hoods are worn, near a statue of a mythical creature, where a psychic reading or séance took place, or possibly an area that's known for being haunted, where flames warm your heart, where flowers are worn in the hair with or without ribbons, or where ribbons flow, around artisan crafts or watching something traditional, where desks are set out in formation. For one of you, you will meet in a whispering hall. For another, you will be on or near stepping stones or some form of rickety crossing over a river or area to climb. And for one of you, your eyes will meet over the most delicious dessert. The next couple of cards are trying to get some kind of guide time as to either when you're going to meet or when the relationship is going to start to gain momentum, or months that are generally important to you in this relationship. And you have May and September. The months of May and September are well starred for you generally. As the seasons alter and the weather changes, life can change in a similar way. Darkness gives way for light, emptiness becomes full, and equally cycles close off and something new fills the void. So those are the times that are most important for you. The next couple of cards are any obstacles that may stand in your way. And you have Resolve 39, and you have Guardian of the Books number 2. There can be a healthy competitive essence to a relationship, but you have to be aware that if this tips in balance, it may become more serious and lead to point scoring, which will impact the relationship in a negative manner. On the same level, not giving and taking in equal measure can also cause difficulties, as one person feels they are carrying the other, or is made to feel that they are lacking in comparison. Communication is the key. If you are worried about something, discuss it, as sharing can stop things escalating to a place where things have gone too far to come back from. The next batch of cards are how the relationship will progress. And you have the Empress, the Six of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Emperor, the Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Being the person in the relationship that puts in the most effort and who is the most generous, and that's not just in financial areas but with time and help, can lead to, worst case scenario, a burnout, or can at the very least have you feeling that you are depleted of energy and using up precious time and resources on someone who does not reciprocate your dedication. You have quite different personalities, and whilst a workable balance is achievable, it can take work and trial and error to find a place where you both feel fulfilled, supported, satisfied, loved and happy. It's a tall order, but working together towards the same goals will ensure you have the same outlook and eventually the same dreams, hopes and desires. The next group of cards are what you'll learn from the relationship. And you have Revealing, Harmony, Agreements, and Individuality. From this relationship, the ability to reach agreements and harmony shows that troubled waters can be smoothed over and that disruption to the relationship can be overcome. The conflicting areas of your personalities can be quite revealing of your true selves and allows you to remain individual even though you are in a union. Acceptance is required if expression is allowed to thrive. And then I've selected a couple of gemstone cards, which I think these might be things that are good to carry around with you, good to have maybe at home on the side, next to the bed, but I feel they connect to your relationship and may well draw this person into you. You have Dalmatian stone, which is Dalmatian jasper, and celestite. Dalmatian jasper is a crystal that helps remove disillusionment. It also gets you to see more clearly. It promotes loyalty in relationships and is a stone that reminds you of the light-hearted things in life that lead to love, laughter and beautiful memories. And celestite is a crystal that's often said to bring a higher sense of consciousness and therefore allows you to tap into more of the spiritual realm, as well as offering a calm, peaceful and healing essence, especially to the heart. Now you've selected your cup, the next thing to do will be to pick a tea bag tag and also a biscuit to go with your copper. But first of all, let's go to the letters and see what we can find there. And now it's time to pick a tea bag tag, and these relate to traits that they like or admire in you. So the top row are numbers 1 through to 4, and then we have 5, 6, 7 and 8, and finally at the front 9, 10, 11 and 12. Again, timestamps are down below in the description box. If you picked tag number 1, the traits are your willingness to help others when all seems lost. If you picked tag number 2, your message is they like the way you pick yourself up or reinvent yourself to strive for your goals. Tag number 3, and the message is they like the way you offer guidance and advice or help to others, even those who have wronged you. Tag number 4 says that they admire your resilience against setbacks and how you come back stronger from experiences that helped you grow. Tag number 5 reads that they admire your love, strength and charitable heart. It helps encourage those who feel they are lacking. Number 6, your patient, calm persona and the ability to diffuse situations or smooth over troubled water. Tag number 7 reads your kindness and willingness to share however little you have with those less fortunate. Tag number 8, your unwavering determination when you are focused on a particular cause. Tag number 9, the way you light up a room and the energy you bring to any occasion. Tag number 10, your wisdom and experience and how you express this to aid others evolve. Tag number 11, your family and friendship connections, how you cherish those closest to you. And finally, tag number 12, your ability to lift others when you're at your lowest ebb yourself. And last but not least, you can pick a biscuit to go with your cup and your tea tag. Running from the back left to right, we have the Jammy Dodger at number 1, the Fruit Shortcake at number 2, Custard Cream at number 3, Malted Milk at number 4. And then on this row we have like a Bourbon style biscuit at number 5, Coconut Ring at number 6, a Brownie Cream at number 7, and finally a Milk Chocolate Digestive at number 8. As with everything else, the timestamps are down below in the description box. If you pick the Jammy Dodger, your message is they can whisk things up in the kitchen or on the dance floor and excel at something you lack confidence in. If you pick the Fruit Shortcake, your message is that they like to fix things, and not just physical objects, but to help when people themselves are in need. If you pick the Custard Cream, they are very methodical and organised, with a head for logic, lateral thinking and puzzles. If you pick the Malted Milk, they have a childhood talent they have let slip, and they would benefit and enjoy taking it up again. If you picked the Bourbon, they love the idea of old-fashioned romance and love and demonstrating that to their partners. If you pick the Coconut Ring, they're resourceful and can adapt to most situations or challenges, coming out looking seamlessly superior and professional. If you pick the Brownie Cream, they would make a brilliant teacher, patient, kind, and give clear instructions. It may not be their profession, but it's a gift that they have. If you pick the Milk Chocolate Digestive, they have a strong family bond. They may be similar to their ancestors or enjoy genealogy and creating a family tree. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, give us a like, drop us a comment, consider sharing or subscribe if you haven't already. There's lots of ways to help the channel down in the description box below. In the meantime, I think I've got some washing up to do. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. If you pick the red cup, here's your reading. If you picked option number 6, here are your cards. But we're going to start first of all with your letter from your significant other, your twin flame, soulmate, future spouse. And it says, Beloved you, I stand in the cake shop surrounded by a variety of beautiful edibles, looking at the stunning array of colours morph across the spectrum, each delicately created and also Moorish and tempting. My thoughts turn to you. You could choose anyone in this vast universe to be your one and only, yet in my deepest heart's desire, I know you will pick me. I can feel our future together, just out of reach, but so tantalisingly real. I sit in the window to watch the world go by and wonder if you are out there, passing by and not aware of the potential us coming into being. As I devour my cake, I ponder which of the edible delights you would have picked to enjoy with me, and reassure myself one day I will know. But until then, all my love and 3 kisses. I always think it's a nice way to start the reading with the letter. The first 2 cards we go on to represent the personalities of the 2 people in this relationship. The first person normally is the other person, but obviously vice versa. If it works the other way around, that obviously can be how you can read into it. And the first card is the Meerkat, which is card number 16, and for responsibility. The card of the Meerkat denotes someone who is vibrant and fun-loving. They live for the good things in life, appreciate that you are only as young as you feel, and that life is short, and so it should be appreciated. Often people with lots of friends, they are never short of attention, and looks-wise they are normally a head-turner, which if not conventionally good-looking, they will have an attractive air about them that makes you look twice. On a negative note, they rarely stay in one place for long, and their hunger for new experiences can be tiring. They don't like to commit to a lot that keeps their freedom restricted. It is usually only something they have to do, and in time could resent things if they are forced to do it on the long term, as it goes against their free-spirited ethos. The next card generally represents you, but again it can be vice versa, and it's Electra, the Awakener. You have lived what feels like a multitude of lives, all in one existence. You may have been asked to perform several roles and possibly juggling some of them at once. This has taught you a wealth of skills, but equally left you depleted and drained. Whether it's been jobs, college, courses, or helping friends and family, or maybe just a combination of all, you have come to the realisation that there is only one you, and your time is precious enough to dedicate some of it to yourself. After this revelation, you have broken down what is true to you and rebuilt what you want to pursue. Going from strength to strength, you are now ready to face what the future holds. On a negative note, do not dwell on what you have been through. It can take your mood down, and it is now firmly in the past. Now is the time to look forward with excitement and an open heart. The next cards are the energy when you will meet, and you have Minimise Guilt, number 22, and Relinquish Control, number 27. There is a sense that you should care for, look out for, and be responsible for everything you possibly can, but this has its limits, and in a relationship the other party should and will be their own entity and answer for themselves. Release the need to control, however positive your intentions, and don't feel guilty about not being there for everyone. They need to know you have boundaries, and equally that you too need a rest. You will be missed and truly appreciated as a result of this. The next couple of cards are about the meeting, and we have Grapes, time to go out and have fun. We have the Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. The Whale, great worry over nothing. And we have the Cup, you should accept valid criticism. There is a lot of movement when you meet. It is almost like the catalyst for the universe to start sending you a wealth of new opportunities and situations. Look out for a birth, a baby or idea, an important job, an influx of money, or something else similarly positive. Accept criticism if it is valid and meant well, but do not worry over things you cannot control. With so much going on, when you meet, it may not feel like something monumental has just happened, but looking back at from the future, it will seem very significant. Then I've just tried to get some kind of guidance as to places that you may meet or places that will be important as your relationship unfolds. And I've got a little bit of a list. At a festival where bright colours and laughter are going on, near a waterfall, where there is a clap of thunder, at a venue that reminds you of your childhood, next to a huge window with ornate glass, at the ballet or some form of specialist dancing going on, where history lives or treasure is found. For one of you, you will meet where lotions and potions are mixed, displayed or sold. For one of you, it will be near a fruit tree where you will share the fruit. And for another of you, it will be a lucky escape that leads you to meet. There's also at least one of you that will meet at a birthday party, although whilst you've heard a lot about each other before, you've never actually connected in person. I've also asked for an idea of time scale, so the months that are going to be important to you either for meeting or the relationship moving on or gaining momentum are August and October. Also, your birth month and their birth month could also be a time when you're likely to meet. Or it could actually be when, if you're the person that's going to meet at the birthday party, that could be when the actual party is as well. The next couple of cards are any obstacles you may meet. And you have number 41, conflict. And you have 43, Book of Destiny. The obstacles that can stand in your way is conflict, where you could disagree on a regular basis and may not be able to work out the ongoing situation. Also, having fixed ideals of what you see your relationship being, but it falling short, and one or other of you apportioning blame. With two people in a relationship, you need to ascertain joint goals that you both want to focus on and which are accomplishable. It's also good to be aware that conflict is not always between you and your partner. It can sometimes be outside forces that dabble into the union and who have the ability to upset what was once a balanced connection. The next couple of cards are how the relationship will progress, and you have the Chariot, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Moon. You have a fantastic energy between you. Almost anything is possible, and you have the determination and drive to bring things into being. It's important to decide what you both feel is important, but what you want to achieve and experience within the relationship. Many high-flying ideas fail to come into fruition because plans are not made firm and following through. You have such an array of opportunities opening up and boundless energy. You need to be selective on what you'd like to pursue to ensure that you don't miss out on what you wish to achieve collectively. The next couple of cards are what you'll learn from the relationship, and you have projection, differences, and facts. You will ascertain that you are very different people, albeit with similar goals or things you enjoy. Solid facts versus what people say may be worlds apart. It is always better to make your own assessments of the facts, especially with so much misleading information from different sources. You will also see how you and others project yourselves and how that can impact how you're perceived as well as how you are judged. And then I selected some gemstone cards, things that I feel that if you carry with you or maybe have at home next to the bed or maybe in one of your crystal displays, this may draw in or help you with getting this person to come forward into your life. So we have sunstone and petrified wood. Sunstone is a crystal said to allow your true personality to shine through. It also is said to remove stress and alleviate fear. Sunstone is used as a crystal to promote being open. It brings joy and fulfillment in life as well as uplifting the soul. Petrified wood is a stone of patience, provides healing and grounding and reconnects one to the true self. It vibrates to our very roots and reminds us where we come from and how far we have come from that point. Now you've selected your cup, the next thing to do will be to pick a tea bag tag and also a biscuit to go with your copper. But first of all, let's go to the letters and see what we can find there. Also, I wanted to get some indication of initials or even names. So I have this cup full of letters, which I'm just going to give a little stir to. And I'm just going to pick out a small selection. To see if we can get any indication of names. G, A, we've got gap, gaps, we've got B, we've got bead. Not necessarily names, maybe things to do with what they do for a living or ways you're going to meet them. We've got W and a Q, a U, an E, an F, got an A, got fab there, got head, X, got T, heat, actually got T there as well, which is obviously the whole theme of the reading, T's. So that's quite a good one. But this might actually be how you how you meet someone. It could be something to do with the way you meet. It could be initials. Or if it doesn't resonate at all, it could be someone that is just around the corner that you are about to encounter. And now it's time to pick a tea bag tag. And these relate to traits that they like or admire in you. So the top row are numbers 1 through to 4. And then we have 5, 6, 7 and 8. And finally at the front, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Again, timestamps are down below in the description box. If you picked tag number 1, the traits are your willingness to help others when all seems lost. If you picked tag number 2, your message is they like the way you pick yourself up or reinvent yourself to strive for your goals. Tag number 3, and the message is they like the way you offer guidance and advice or help to others, even those who have wronged you. Tag number 4 says that they admire your resilience against setbacks and how you come back stronger from experiences that helped you grow. Tag number 5 reads that they admire your love, strength and charitable heart. It helps encourage those who feel they are lacking. Number 6, your patient, calm persona and the ability to diffuse situations or smooth over troubled water. Tag number 7 reads your kindness and willingness to share however little you have with those less fortunate. Tag number 8, your unwavering determination when you are focused on a particular cause. Tag number 9, the way you light up a room and the energy you bring to any occasion. Tag number 10, your wisdom and experience and how you express this to aid others evolve. Tag number 11, your family and friendship connections, how you cherish those closest to you. And finally, tag number 12, your ability to lift others when you're at your lowest ebb yourself. And last but not least, you can pick a biscuit to go with your cup and your tea tag. Running from the back left to right, we have the Jammy Dodger at number 1, the fruit shortcake at number 2, custard cream at number 3, malted milk at number 4. And then on this row we have like a bourbon style biscuit at number 5, coconut ring at number 6, a brownie cream at number 7, and finally a milk chocolate digestive at number 8. As with everything else, the timestamps are down below in the description box. If you pick the Jammy Dodger, your message is they can whisk things up in the kitchen or on the dance floor and excel at something you lack confidence in. If you pick the fruit shortcake, your message is that they like to fix things, and not just physical objects, but to help when people themselves are in need. If you pick the custard cream, they are very methodical and organised, with a head for logic, lateral thinking and puzzles. If you pick the malted milk, they have a childhood talent they have let slip, and they would benefit and enjoy taking it up again. If you picked the bourbon, they love the idea of old-fashioned romance and love and demonstrating that to their partners. If you pick the coconut ring, they're resourceful and can adapt to most situations or challenges, coming out looking seamlessly superior and professional. If you pick the brownie cream, they would make a brilliant teacher, patient, kind, and give clear instructions. It may not be their profession, but it's a gift that they have. If you pick the milk chocolate digestive, they have a strong family bond They may be similar to their ancestors or enjoy genealogy and creating a family tree. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, give us a like, drop us a comment, consider sharing or subscribe if you haven't already. There's lots of ways to help the channel down in the description box below. In the meantime, I think I've got some washing up to do. But until then, I'll see you in the next one.